Partnering with NRCS to develop a hillside orchard drainage plan can help you find solutions to manage stormwater, irrigation, and erosion issues throughout your hillside farm.
My name is Matt Roberts, and we're in the Carpinteria area in southern Santa Barbara County. And this is a farm that my family has had since 1911. We're looking at about 55 acres that we have in production on a 120-acre parcel, and are growing principally cherimoyas and avocados.
So when we come out to a hillside orchard like this, what we'll be looking for are ways to handle the stormwater drainage. Irrigation's an issue. You only put on enough water that the plants will use. Water that's coming down access roads, you need to get that into a safe outlet. You also need to cut the velocity.
This area of our orchard was a problem for stormwater runoff because we had a big collection point. So a lot of runoff from the road and a lot of runoff from this hillside, and it all collects in this little draw in our hill. And that was causing a huge erosion problem. We had an area where it had scoured out 6 feet of soil and it was 10 or 15 feet wide. So the NRCS came in and provided a very apt, very doable solution with an engineered design using culverts and some other drop inlet structures.
In this case, we laid the pipe in the ground. We trenched the pipe into the ground. And it can have multiple inlets, multiple opportunities for the water to get into that conduit.
This is the start of the project where we did the soil control or erosion control project. And this is a drop inlet that we cast in place. There is I think it's a 12-inch or maybe 15-inch culvert that runs 330 feet down to the edge of the property.
And I see we have an intermediate inlet, and I understand the function of that would be to intercept water further down the hill. The more inlets you have, more opportunity for the water to get into that main pipe that comes down the hill, the less velocity that you'll have in that pipe. These intermediate inlets are also opportunities to bring other drainage into this major inlet that we have on the pipe. So it doesn't necessarily just have to handle the water flowing down the hill. You can also bring in side drainage. This is the outlet to the underground outlet project that we have. The important aspect here is to dissipate the energy of the water that's flowing through the pipe before it moves on to a further downhill. So the water's coming out at a high velocity, and what we want to do here is dissipate that energy, and we do that with a rock basin, and then it moves into the county road culvert.
One of our challenges is to make sure our soil stays fertile, working to build the topsoil rather than deplete it. But we've found that certain practices help us to do that, help us to conserve moisture, help us to reduce our dependence on herbicides, and also help prevent sediment from leaving the property. And that's mulching.
Matt is one of those farmers that likes to try to keep as much water on the property as possible from running off. And it makes a difference how much vegetative cover or organic material that you have on the surface of the soil.
Well, you know, we applied for an EQIP grant through the NRCS, and they were very helpful, very easy to work with. And one of the things that we bought were these new technology controllers, and it allowed us to completely change the way we irrigate. These allow us to automatically turn the water on for a couple hours, let it dry out for a couple hours, turn it back on for a couple hours, cycle a couple times in the day. But even more importantly, now we can irrigate at night. This helps us a lot with water saving, water conservation, and it also helps reduce our labor in irrigating. I would absolutely recommend the NRCS and this program to other landowners. They presented some ideas. I liked them. I went with all of them. And they've paid dividends. Not only does the place look better, but I think that these practices that I'm employing now are more sustainable, more economical, and provide us a little more hope for the future.
If you'd like more information on hillside orchard drainage or other conservation practices, contact the District Conservationist at your NRCS office or visit our website.